Hey guys, this is North back again with another video. Today's video I'm just talking to you about my top 15 fragrances that I picked up this year. Now I picked up a number of fragrances. I didn't keep them logged throughout the entire year. I felt like that would be embarrassing for me. And so I just put together 15 that I know that I picked up this year. A whole year is a long time to remember what you got all the way back in January, but I sort of remember. So let's see what my 15 favorite fragrances that I picked up this year are. Let's go ahead and get it going. These will not be in any particular order, except I'll try to keep some of the brands together when I can. The first one I want to mention is one I was happy to find. It's essentially a backup bottle for me, and this one is Over the Musk by Mugler. For me, this is one of the best white musk fragrances ever created. And it's one of my favorite scents of all time, just in general. Over the Musk was released in 2014. This one has musk, cashmere wood, muskmallow, and black pepper. It's just a beautiful, original white musk scent. It doesn't have this like laundry type of scent to it. It does smell clean, but not in that laundry detergent type of scent. That's what I think is so great about it. This was one that I couldn't believe I found. I bought it at retail, which is crazy because it's going for like $600, $700, $800 online. And there were a number of bottles. I did pick them up and I got some of them to my friends. So, you know, sometimes I wish I got other bottles, but I'm trying to not hoard things. I already have a decent sized collection. How long will it take for me to get through this anyways? So I got them so some of my other friends could enjoy it. Let's keep it moving. The next fragrance is from the house of Les Indemodables, and this one is Musc de Sables. Hard to say, both of the names. So this one, I wasn't sure about it at first, but it immediately became a love for me. This one's called Musc de Sables, so sands of musk, I believe. And this one, about this, it doesn't have that synthetic white musk accord or any type of thing like that. He creates this musk fragrance, or his accord, from orris root, ambergris, mandarin, and patchouli leaf. This is a beautiful scent, beautiful scent. This is a surprise, one of my favorite pickups of this year. I'm so happy I got this in my collection. I believe this one, in my opinion, this is the best one for me from the brand. Moving on. The next one is from the house of Dior, and this one I've talked about a few times this year, and this one is Oud Ispahan, Esprit de Parfum. This is definitely one of my favorite pickups of the year. Released in 2024. This one has cumin, clove, rose, oud, spicy notes. This is a great rose oud combination, and one that I plan on keeping in my collection. I do not own the original Oud Ispahan, but this one's good for me. Moving on. Next up is another great rose oud fragrance for me, and this was from the house of Roja Dove. This one is called United Arab Emirates. This one I love. It's the only Roja fragrance that I'm keeping in my collection. I believe this is the epitome of what, at least in the realm of rose oud, what Middle Eastern fragrances should smell like. I wish some of the local brands or the ones in the Gulf smelled like this. United Arab Emirates was released in 2017. This one has a bunch of notes: artemisia, rose de mai, labdanum, oud, cumin, benzoin, nacamartha. It's just a great rose oud scent. I can't wait to wear this in really cold weather. This will hit right here. Moving on. Next fragrance is from the house of Bvlgari, another 2024 release. This one is called Sahare. It's 125 ml. This is a rose and ambergris scent. This one has lemon, bergamot, may rose, pink pepper, myrrhe, and ambergris in it. This is a great rose fragrance. I'm so happy I was able to add this to my collection of rose fragrances. Haven't had the chance to wear it a bunch of times, but I'm certainly happy to have it in my collection. Moving on. The next fragrance is from the house of Goutal. This one was like my greatest grail find of the year. I spoke about it in the video. This is Myrrhe Ardente, or Myrrhe Ardente. This one comes in the masculine bottle. This is the masculine style bottle. They do have them in the feminine style bottles as well. Myrrhe Ardente was released in 2007. It's been discontinued for some time. I don't know when it was discontinued. This one has myrrhe, benzoin, tonka bean, beeswax. Love the beeswax in it. It has a very realistic myrrhe resin note in it. And I'm so happy to finally get it, even though I paid a premium for it. Moving on. The next one is another 2024 release, but it is a re-released fragrance. It's from the house of Maison Francis Kurkdjian. This one is Absolue pour le Soir, 2024 edition. Ordered it from Selfridges. I'm very happy that I got this in. It is a unique take, in my opinion, on a overdone genre, which is the genre of amber. This new one has cumin, honey, labdanum rose, amber, and vanilla. I believe the original one in Fragrantica says that it has incense. This one is not as animalic as I was hoping it to be, but I like that it has that honey in it. I like the slightly animalic facet that comes from having honey in fragrances. You'll see that in one other fragrance that I'll mention here. So Absolute pour le Soir 2024. The next fragrance is one that I thought that I wouldn't recover from financially, and this one is from the house of Henry Jacques, and this one is called Merveilleuse de HJ. These bottles of 75 mLs are Parfum concentration. They do have the pure Parfum, but I opted for this one because the same price for a small 15 ml, you can get 75 ml. So I got this. This is a beautiful, cheaper style scent. I smelled this one in Dubai and I just couldn't let it go. I eventually got it when I went back to the States. Merveilleuse was released in 2010. This one has ylang ylang, coriander, bergamot, jasmine, rose, opopanax, patchouli, and vetiver. With this one, I just can't pick out any particular notes in it. It's just a beautiful scent. I love this scent. I love it. If I could afford it, I would get a 30 ml of the pure Parfum if I could. But these are like impossible to find discounted. Even if they are, they're still extremely expensive. This is probably maybe my favorite pickup of the year, but because it costs so much, I don't know if I could put it there. I like, when I think about my favorite pickups, I like to think about the type of deal I got and how excited I was to get it. But if you beat me on a price, it sort of knocks it down a little bit. But this is a beautiful scent. I'm so happy to own it. Moving on. The next 4 fragrances that I will mention will be from the house of Serge Lutens. Sort of had these last 2 houses, I think this is the year of those for me. The first one I picked up is a Bvlgari. This one is called La Myrrhe, and this was one that I had been wanting for a very long time. I had never smelled it, so I blind bought it when I was in the States and had it shipped from France. La Myrrhe was released originally in 1995. This one has myrrhe, lotus blossom, orange, honey, spices, sandalwood, pepper, and the one note that is missing from it is aldehydes. Just imagine, it almost smells like a drink, like a fruity soda, and then bubbly with the aldehydes on it on the top. But I do like this one a lot. I haven't had a chance to wear it very much this year, but I'm happy to have it in the collection. I just decant it in a small 5 ml and then just take it to work and spray it. But it's a great fragrance, especially with the aldehydes. It's a truly original myrrhe scent. Moving on. The next fragrance is one that I'd had on my radar for some time. I just never went around to getting it. I don't know if there was rumors of it being discontinued or just only being available in the Bvlgaris, and I was hesitant to get them in these bottles, just for whatever reason. I don't really like the design. I mean, I think that they're cool, but they're very slender. And so this is Musc Koublai, which is a great musk, black musk, I would call it, scent. Very sensual. I like the sweetness in it. This one Musc Koublai was released in 1998. This one has civet, natural musk, musk mallow, labdanum, rose, caraway, patchouli, and vanilla. I'm happy to finally have it in my collection. I don't think that you should, if you have an opportunity to get this particular bottles. I don't think there's any difference between this and the ones in the bell jar as far as the way that they smell, at least from what I've read. This one smells the way that I remember it. The one thing that sticks out to me is that it's not as challenging as people make it out to be. I just think it's a beautiful scent. Glad to finally have it. Moving on. Next up from Serge Lutens is one that I was surprised that I liked. It's not one that has much talk about on the internet, on YouTube, and that's because it's a floral scent, and this one is called De Profundis. This one was released in 2011, and this one is known for having chrysanthemum. It has green notes, soil tincture, plum tree, incense. It's a beautiful floral scent with the chrysanthemum. This is one that I chose over the fragrance that I'll mention next. I wasn't planning on buying it, but I did end up buying it. So let's go ahead and see what it is. Next up from Serge Lutens is the one that I bought De Profundis before. And this one is called Fumerie Turque. This is Turkish smokehouse. And with this one, it's a tobacco fragrance. Me personally, I just don't gravitate much towards fragrances that are tobacco or liquor forward. That's just not really my style. But they smell great. This one's different, and what drew me in was this honey note. I sprayed it on my hand and I walked around the mall for some time, and it has this distinctive, slightly animalic honey note in it, and that's what really sold me. It's more of those facets, the honey, the leather, and the tonka bean for me than it is the tobacco. Now, Fumerie Turque was released in 2003. This one has, again, tobacco, honey, suede, patchouli, tonka bean, vanilla, styrax, chamomile, juniper berry, rose, and red currant. And as it dried down, I was like, man, I have to have this one too. So Fumerie Turque is the last one I'll mention from Serge Lutens. I don't know what's happening with these bottles. I believe they're being phased out. If you know anything, please let me know in the comments. I'm not sure, but that's why I went on ahead and picked these up. I paid retail for all of them, but retail is better than paying resale sometimes. Let's keep it moving. And the last three that I'll mention are from the house of Guerlain. Again, it's been the year for me for Guerlain, especially Guerlain, but also Serge Lutens. But there's like less Serge Lutens that I was interested in getting, or have an opportunity to get, than Guerlain for me this year. The first one I will mention is the Bergamote Fantastico. This is from their new Straight line. I did own the majority of them, but I got rid of them. This one I own 2 bottles of, just because it's such a great citrus scent. For the price though, I would never consider paying the retail for this, but it's great. It's a great bergamot and tea scent. This one has bergamot, bergamot leaf, amber, and gaiac wood. Now, to me, it has like woodiness, and it has a slight tea sort of vibe to it, but it's just a great, awesome citrus scent. They all have some similarities, but I think it's very hard to have a one that's just very distinct. There's a number of them in my collection. I really love citrus type scents, but this one really stole my heart. I love this scent, and so that's why I picked up 2 bottles, so at least I'll have 100 ml of it. Let's move on to the last 2. The next one up was one I was sleep on, but I'm glad I finally tried it. I steered away from all the Guerlain Ouds, but I finally tried Oud Khôl, and so I picked this one up. This is a great scent, just in general. Not a great oud scent. It's not very oudy. I'm not sure what's happening with the focus, but this is a great scent. I like the concept of it, because Khôl is like the black eyeliner that they use in like the Middle East and North Africa or whatnot. And so I like this concept more than what Stefan Humbert Lucas did with Khôl de Bahrain, because that one is just a powdery iris. This to me is the concept of smelling like pencil shavings and makeup or whatnot. This one was released in 2022. This one has oud, leather, aldehydes, praline, and oak moss in it. And I just think that it's a great scent. It's very strong. You don't need much of it, but this was probably one of my greatest discoveries of the year. This is another one that people don't talk too much about as well, but I really liked it. And again, I like the concept of it. And if it didn't have oud in it, maybe the oud in the name, maybe it'd be a little bit more popular. Because I'm also hesitant to even try the other oud ones, and giving them a fair shot. But this one, Oud Khôl, I love a lot. Let's move on to the last one. And the last one I will mention is probably my greatest find of the year, even though it's a summery type of scent. But this one is so great. It's funny because it wasn't until after I purchased it that I started seeing comments, even on some of my other videos, along with, you know, other reviewers saying that, you know, it's their favorite Guerlain in general. I don't know if I would say it's my favorite Guerlain. It's definitely up there with one of my favorite citrus scents. And this one was called Neroli Ultra Noir. This is a beautiful, now this definitely has tea in it. It's a beautiful, original summer scent. It's elite, classy. It just smells like iced tea with lemon in it. It's just great. I couldn't believe that I had been asleep on it so long. It even came in the older bottles. But no, I had never heard anybody talk about it. Everybody talked about the same ones, the same darker ones, and this is a great scent. Neroli Ultra Noir was released in 2016. Bergamote, tangerine, lemon, grapefruit, tea, smoke, earthy notes, myrrhe, benzoin, musk mallow. This is a great, beautiful scent. I like Neroli Ultra Noir so much that I went on ahead and picked up the flacon of it. These are the flacons where you can get the little travel size. Not every one, I believe the best sellers come in these 2 × 20 ml cases. So I just went on ahead and picked it up, but I couldn't decide on which one I wanted to get, and I just said, why not get Neroli Ultra Noir? But the bottle that I showed you, this is already 200 ml. Luckily, it's a summer scent. You can spray a lot, but that's how much I love this scent, is that I went on ahead and spent on getting the flacon of this instead of decanting it or whatnot. I would not suggest this though. I would not purchase this because before I got it, I was under the, I guess this is metal. When I first got it, I was like, is this plastic? But I guess it is metal. I'm not sure. If you know, let me know. But it has the same top as all the other ones. You just slide it in, and these, I'll show you the other one. Slide it in, and then it comes with, you know, you stick these 20 mLs inside of it. But that's how much I love the scent. That's probably my best pickup of the year. That doesn't negate all the other ones. All of these that I've mentioned are great, and I'm happy to have made them additions to the collection. But as far as finding like such a unique summer scent, I can't believe that people don't talk about it more. So that's it, guys. What are some of your favorite pickups of 2024? Please let me know in the comments. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one, guys. Peace.